Hello and welcome back for another discussion on research writing. This time we are going to discuss literature review in 5 steps. Literature review is also known as RRL or Review of Related Literature and Studies in your research outline. If you observe, the word easy was not used in 5 steps because this part of your research is crucial in establishing and justifying that there is a need to conduct the research. This discussion will hopefully help you, the research writers, in giving a clear direction on how to proceed with your RRL and inform you of the available database or online references, especially in the time of this COVID-19 pandemic. This is Dr. Edward Padama, and before we start, please support the channel by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell to alert you when a new video is uploaded. If you have questions regarding research writing, place them at the comment box of this video and I will immediately get back to you. Let's start! Let's start by establishing the definition of literature review and its objective. So literature review is a comprehensive summary of a previous research that has been conducted, but this does not stop here. The literature review surveys scholarly articles, books, journals, and studies relevant or related to the research that you are conducting. Selected literatures should give and establish a basis, theoretical basis for the research that is being conducted. This justifies the need to conduct the research. So in a nutshell, literature review is the selection of studies, articles, journals that have been published or defended or proven that will serve as a basis or foundation of your research that justifies that there is a need to conduct your research. Because according to these literatures and studies, there is an existing need, there is an existing problem, and there is a gap that needs to be filled up. That's why you need to go through with this research. Now we move on to our main discussion, which is writing the literature review in 5 steps. Step 1 is search for a literature review relevant to your study. And to do this, you need to develop a list of keywords. This is to facilitate a more organized process of browsing and searching. You need to do this to identify and isolate keywords. These keywords are the variables from your research title. These are usually the research problem or a strategy to be tested. The next one is to develop a list of synonyms from these keywords. Synonyms will provide alternative search parameters used together with Boolean operators, which we will discuss later. This will provide you with a more specific and richer search result. Next, open a scholarly database like Google Scholar, PubMed, and ScienceDirect. These are search engines readily available online and are used specifically in searching and browsing literatures, journals, and studies. So the screen that you will see when you open Google Scholar is on the right side. You do this by typing the words Google Scholar in your Google browser. Next one is the Boolean operators and, or, and not. So the operators are used when you enter your keywords on the URL. In this case, I use and, effects of COVID-19, and psychological effects. So Boolean operators are simple words like and, or, not, and not, used as conjunctions to combine or exclude keywords in a search, resulting in a more focused and productive result. This should save time and effort by eliminating inappropriate hits that must be scanned before discarding. And last is to identify the most important publication from the hits that you were able to get when you used the Boolean operators together with your search. From the hits found by the Google Scholar, an outline of the available studies will be displayed at your screen. You can now easily distinguish and identify the most important and relevant literature. So we move on to step 2, evaluate and select source. So number 1, do not read the full research because an abstract is readily available. Just click and you will be able to access the abstract of the literature or study that you were able to choose. And then look at the bibliography of the publication for other relevant resources. These references are usually active links, meaning when you hover your mouse over the reference, you will be able to access it once you click that particular link. And then observe the number of high citation counts. I'm going to show you on the next screen shown on the right side where you will be able to find the citation count. So every time this reference was used in a research, the citation count goes up, meaning the higher the citation count, the more reliable the study or the literature is. So this is an example of the outline of a literature review wherein you can already see on the left side of that screen abstract, and then at the bottom you will be able to readily access references. This is from Science Direct. And then on the last part, which is observe the number of high citation count, on this screen, when you search for effects of COVID-19 and psychological effects, at the bottom of each hit, you will see cited by 313 or 313. So this was cited to another research 313 times. And then you will also see the same citation hits on other references or literatures. Okay, the next steps 3 and 4 are organizational strategies that you can use in order to easily locate and relate your resources to your research. Step 3 is to identify themes, debates, and gaps. So take note of the connections of different sources to easily organize your literature review. You observe the following trends and the patterns that are repeatedly occurring in the references that you encounter, including the theme, debates and contradictions from one reference to another reference, influential studies, gaps. Step 4, organizing by outlining. So you do this chronologically from older to recent publication. Thematic, organized around several key themes. Methodological, compare the different research methods used across studies. Theoretical, used to discuss opposing theories or models. And last but not the least, step 5, start writing the literature review utilizing these 3 parts. First is the introduction, and you do this by citing and presenting the study. The main body, which summarizes and synthesizes the sources to your study. Conclusion, the function of your paper's conclusion is to restate the main argument, remind the reader of the strengths of your main argument or arguments, and reiterate the most important evidence supporting those arguments. And these are the references that you were able to find using this process. Hello again, and thank you for joining me in this discussion on writing the literature review in 5 steps. I do hope that this was able to help you in one way or another in guiding you on the different steps and processes of writing your literature review. Please support the channel by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell to alert you when a new video is uploaded. And if you have any questions regarding research writing, place them at the bottom of this video at the comment box and I will immediately get back to you. So again, I would like to thank you, stay safe, and God bless. See you on the next video.